Hello class! Today you will learn how to find the surface area and volume of a cylinder. Let's start with the surface area. It's the sum of all the areas of all the shapes that cover the surface area of an object. To find the surface area of a cylinder, you must first find the area of two bases with the circles. The area of the circle is pi r squared. But since there is more than one circle, and there's two because it's a cylinder, you write 2 pi r squared. This is the first part of the surface area equation. The next part is the lateral area, or the body of the cylinder. To find the surface area of the body, you must use the circumference of the circle, which is 2 pi r, and multiply it by the total height of the cylinder, h. The final equation for surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. To find the surface area of a cylinder, we have an example for you. So first, you would write out the surface area equation, which is 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. Then you would substitute their numbers in your example into your equation. So it'd be 2 pi r4 because 4 is the radius, and then plus 2 pi 4, and then 10 is your height. So then you would times 4 squared, so then you get 2 pi 16, and then you would times 4 and 10 and get 40 to get 2 pi 16 plus 2 pi 40. Then you will times your 16 and 2 to get 32 pi, and your 40 and 2 to get your 80 pi, and then your final surface area will be 112 pi centimeters squared. Another example to find the surface area of a cylinder is you use the same equation, 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h, but instead of having the radius, you have, in this equation, you have the diameter, but it asks for the radius. So you'll have to cut the diameter in half to get 4 inches and plug 4 inches into your radius. So your equation will be 2 pi 4 squared plus 2 pi 4, and then your height of your cylinder is 15. Then you will do 4 squared and get 16, and then 4 times 15, which is 60, and then you will multiply 16 by 2 to get 32, and 2 and 60 to get 120, and then your total surface area will be 152 pi inches squared. Now let's find the volume of a cylinder. Volume is the amount of space that a substance or an object occupies that is enclosed within a container. To find the volume of a cylinder, you must first find the area of the base, which is a circle. The area of a circle is pi r squared. For the second half of the equation, you must find the height and multiply it by the area of the base. The final equation for the volume of a cylinder is pi r squared times h. To find the volume of a cylinder, you will start with your basic volume equation, which is V equals pi r squared times h. In this equation, the radius is 3 inches and the height is 9 inches, so you will plug in your 3 and your 9 into the r and the h positions. And then you will get V equals pi 3 squared times 9. And when you do 3 squared, it would be pi 9 times 9, and that equals 81 pi inches cubed. For a harder, more challenging equation, you will want to find the volume of a cylinder. You will use your same basic volume equation, which is pi r squared times h, but instead you have the 15 inches as diameter and not the radius, so you would divide 15 inches by 2 and get 7.5 inches. You will substitute 7.5 in for the r and 24 in for the h to get pi 7.5 squared times 24. In the next step, you will times 7.5 squared and get 56.25. Then you will multiply 56.25 times 24 to get your total of 1,350 pi inches cubed. Now that you have the hang of it, let's try a word problem. So, a soda can has the diameter of 10 inches and the height of 7 inches. What is the surface area and volume? Leave your answers in terms of pi. So first, you would find the surface area. You would use your basic surface area equation, which is surface area equals 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. Then you will fill in your radius and height, and since you have a diameter of 10 inches, you would cut that in half to get your radius of 5 inches. Substitute 5 inches for the radius, so then you get 2 pi 5 squared plus 2 pi 5, and the h would be 7 inches since that's the height. Your next step would be doing 5 squared, which equals 25, and multiplying 5 and 7. You will get 2 pi 25 plus 2 pi 35. Once you times 25 times 2 and 35 times 2, you will get 50 pi plus 70 pi. You're leaving your final answer being 120 pi inches squared. Next, you want to find your volume of the cylinder, which is your basic volume equation of pi r squared times h. You will fill in your radius, which is 5, and your height, which is 7, and then in the next step you would do 5 squared, which equals 25. You would multiply 25 and 7 to get the total of 175 pi inches cubed. To reiterate, the surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h, and your volume of a cylinder is pi r squared times h. Thank you for watching, and now you know how to find the surface area and volume of a cylinder.